Hello, good morning or afternoon or evening or night, whatever it is, where you are when you're watching this. I'm Jason, the Autistic Auteur. And it's important I make this video right now because for the last week since I uploaded, was it 3 or 4? Made 3 or 4 videos, one after the other. And so it didn't look like I'd done that. I just changed my shirt between each of them. Altered a few things in the background, but anyway, that's by the by. I need to make this now because the reason I've not made any videos all week is due to anxiety. And the reason that I've separated this into different playlists, and eventually it'll be different channels. Hopefully get our own website going. Because as I said in one of those videos, this is my ideal. My ideal is that this is about building a community, a peer support community of people who are neurodivergent. And I've just had such a difficult week. But most weeks in my life are really difficult. And the whole point of the Adventures in Autistic Awareness stream, playlist, channel, whatever, is that I relate what's happening for me as it happens. And it's absurd when the purpose of this particular stream is to just show it as it happens and share the insights that I have and the ups and downs of the process. I explained in one of the introductory vids that I chose the word adventure because in its proper sense, adventure doesn't necessarily mean good. You think back to The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, or any kind of sci-fi fantasy, or any kind of the hero has to go on a quest. I'm not calling myself a hero. I'm going to mention one of my few heroes in a minute, Stephen Biko. But I just got my head got stuck up my arse, and I couldn't move. In terms of this project all week, and I've just had so much difficult shit going on. I apologise for my language. I will try to refrain from profaning as much as possible. Oh, this is the first time you will have seen me wearing glasses. I am a specky. I have been for 40 of my 50 years. And it's difficult for me trying to do anything without them. But I got the light right, so you shouldn't be getting reflection on the glasses unless I do that. Yeah, 4 minutes. Okay. So I've realised a whole bunch of stuff over the recent weeks. The first video I made was in the moment that I realised that since realising I was autistic, I'd not been able to communicate with anyone unless the parameters, the specific rules of engagement were determined beforehand, were set out and were really clear. And that's how I am, and that's how I've always been. But I didn't know that before. That's I'm not going to go back into that because you just go back to the first vid when I'm sat there, and think I got a beard. I can't remember. Um, but to take that further, to go into that a bit more, I realised that I rarely have conversations. I tend to host conversations, and part of the difficulty, I can't remember the guy's name. I've watched some excellent vids that he's put out. I will remember it. It's just I haven't yet made the effort to remember it. I've just been too engaged with his videos because they're good. They've been helping me a lot in raising my awareness, and it was the thing about masking, and one of the difficulties with diagnosing, I hate that term, diagnosing autism. I don't even like the word autism, but diagnosing, it's not an illness. It's not a disease. Please understand that. If you're wondering whether you may be on the autism spectrum, please do not buy into this idea that you are somehow dysfunctional or wrong or abnormal. You're not. I'm not. We're not. We're just different. And we're entering a period in time where it's becoming apparent that the autistic type of neurodivergence, because neurodivergence takes into it's a very broad church. It encompasses or incorporates dyslexia, which I also have, and dyspraxia, people who have had any kind of brain injury. My mother is currently disappearing due to frontotemporal dementia, and that's utterly devastating for me, because in this life of mine I have had two really true dear friends. My mum's one, and the other is Roy D. Alvis, and he died in 2017. That tore me apart. There's not a day goes past that I don't think of him and start to well up. So, as I said to many people, if one of us was a woman, or if we were both gay, we'd have been married. That's how close we were. I've never loved anyone who is not blood as much as I love Roy. And love, I don't use the past tense because it hasn't gone. And I don't believe in any kind of superstitious gods and monsters stuff, but sometimes I just feel that he's here. And I'm no longer scared of, or I'm no longer bothered by things that go bump in the night, because I just say, oh, hi Roy. Bizarre. But I've got a special brain. My brain's wired differently, so I have advantages. And if you're on the spectrum yourself, or you're ADD, ADHD, dyslexic, dyspraxic, whatever, you're also at an advantage because your brain works differently. And this isn't what this video was supposed to be about. This particular video was about getting over the anxiety that's stopping me from making videos. I'm coming up 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna go on for maybe another 2 minutes, and I'll talk about Steve Biko in the next video. But yeah, murdered by South African police in custody, September 12th, 1977, and he was the rightful first black president of South Africa. Yeah. Anyway, I'll explain about that and how that relates to the pathologizing by a narrow-minded and fairly incompetent CPN who came to see me after I did. Yeah, I can't get the angles. Can't get the angles yet. That in June this year. And I wasn't messing about. Yeah. So anyway, where was I? I'm on 10 minutes 49 now. So the point is that anxiety has been keeping me from making videos all week, and this particular stream, the Adventures in Autistic Awareness, is supposed to be about my experiences as they happen, my insights, my awareness as it expands. And I've not been doing that because I've been too damn anxious. And the perverse irony of that is that anxiety is that's part of the bog standard version of autism. It's the starter motor of autism. We have chronic acute anxiety. My entire life, as far back as I can remember, I've not felt that I belonged. I used to love to hide in small. I still do, actually. I don't do it very often, but I love it when. I mean, it's only ever by accident these days. It's like I might be looking for something under a table, and I'll find myself in like a little kind of nook, and I'll kind of I nearly said cuddle up into a ball. And actually, that's not a bad way of putting it. I mean, it's not very good English, but yeah, that's what it is. It's like it's safety. And the thing that I have to do here now, which is what this video is all about, is exactly the same as I had to do with writing a few years ago. I modified an exercise from a book called The Artist's Way. And the exercise is called Morning Pages, and it's like you get out of bed and you use the bathroom, you make a cup of tea, and before your brain really switches on, you write 3 pages, 3 sides of A4. It doesn't matter what you write, and to begin with, you'll be writing, "This feels silly. I'm really self-conscious about this. So why am I doing this? This is ridiculous. I really can't see the point of this. I feel absolutely stupid. I'm never going to get past this." But within a couple of weeks, you get past it. But what I did was I adapted it to typing 1,000 words every morning. And I probably did that for a year. I think you're supposed to do it for a month or 3 months. I did it for a year because I needed to get myself into a place where I could write whether I was in the mood or not. Because a writer writes. And I can now sit down and write whether I'm in the mood or not. It takes me 5 minutes and I'm away, I'm into it. And that's what this video is about. It's about getting past the anxiety of making these videos, because that's damn absurd. So I will leave it there. We're on 14 minutes. I am sorry to have gone on that long. I do thank you for your time. I will maybe put it in the description that, I don't know, maybe I'll make it a short kind of 2-minute précis that I'll put up before this, because it's not fair for me to kind of ramble on and steal your time. So I will stop there. I hope this has been helpful to somebody. It's been helpful to me. So yeah, thank you. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your time.